or your music cuts across?
Yes, we do gospel. However, we can be very diverse. Now that depends. We do covers. We also do songs for weddings. Now depending on where we're going and what we're going to be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Christmas session, with the kind of music that you sort of played to us many a time, I mean, those ones are music that you've composed or?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually do 99% of our own compositions.
Nice.
Because if you do your own composition, that means you'll grow musically and you'll grow in terms of songwriting.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we're actually directing all our energy to songwriting. Because songwriting, you know, you become more creative and you build new ideas. So we do mostly we do 99% of our own music, our own compositions.
All right, that's amazing. Moving forward, every other person would be asked this in 5 years. Let's not talk about 2022 being your year. I would want to know, okay, in years to come, I mean, how do you want to transform this? How do we get to that point? Okay, forget about the fact that, you know, this is a cappella and this is how a cappella is channeled to work. Like you said, like you are flexible to get diverse and everything. So in the next 5 years, I mean, there's change, there's a question of technology, there's a question of, you know, people going to different platforms to perform. And that's the reason why sometimes you're told, in as much as you'd want to focus on matters gospel, I mean, there's a point whereby you get to a level of, you know, just being commercial. And, you know, corporates would want you on board and everything. So in as much as we would say that you're flexible, in 10 years to come, in 5 years to come, as a group, where do you sort of see yourselves?
Now, what we usually tell people that come and ask us such a question, because definitely it has popped up severally. And the analogy is usually like, will you people still be strong 10 years down the line? Will you people still be strong? I can bear witness that. Okay, I was part of the Crystal Singers when we began, that is in 2004.
Right.
So now we have still been there, and the members that were with Crystal Singers are still with Crystal Singers, and we've grown as a group. And 5 years down the line, I can assure you that the members that will be here, if not more, we will actually be, if not more, we will be the same people that you will actually be seeing here 5 years down the line. Yes.
Interesting. First of all, I'm glad that you said the question of more, because most of the people will just want to shine, you know, as their own and all that. When you speak of, if not more, then it's clear that you probably are willing to nurture some other people who have great talent and have them join the group and all that. You know, you just have a minor or a mini, you know, Crystal Singers somewhere, which is a great thing. But what are your greatest fears as a group, sincerely speaking? Because when you tell me that, there are times that, well, forces of life can take someone to a different direction. So today he would wake up and he's in abroad. How then do you still say that he is going to be part and parcel of life? Sometimes you get married and, you know, your wife says, let's cross over to our side where I was born, where I was raised, if it's a different country. Sincerely speaking, what are your worst fears as a group, that mtu mwingine atashine kunishinda, mtu mwingine atapata deal na mimi sitapata, okay, well, we are not going to be together in the next, like, I don't know, 5 years. I mean, don't you have such fears?
What I can say about fears, number one, of course, as Aphilos put it, there has to be differences, of course. We experience differences, challenges throughout our lives, but then, of course, at the end of it all, of course, we try to come to a mitigation point. Like we say, okay, there's this problem, how do we solve it? Then coming to the issue of this person has succeeded and I have not, I can bear witness that we are brothers. So if I don't know how to put this correctly, but if my brother is in trouble, so am I. Okay. So if my brother succeeds.
If my brother's in trouble.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. So if my brother succeeds, I also succeed.
Nice.
We don't really take it as something to say I'm better than the other or I'm better than so and so. No, we just take it collectively. Like, this is my brother, and I want what's the best for my brother. So if he succeeds, we all succeed.
You man, that one
Yeah.
does not exist in the world of women. It can never be. Ile if like deep down, you even pray to God. I know Mungu you like let me just try and celebrate. It is pretty hard, but all the same.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Sincerely speaking, I cannot lie to you that I still remember your names. So I'll say Crystal 1, Crystal 2, Crystal 3, Crystal 4, Crystal 5. Let's get an amazing piece right there as we cross over for a breather.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we are singing a song called Emanueli,
Emmanuel.
being Kiswahili.
You know, my director is like saying, mwambie waimbe tu, wajue kumbe akapela lazima waanze. Madam Director, namna gani wewe unaniangusha hapo? There you go, your time.
So, nani angaliweza kujua iko siku wangezaliwa mtoto maskini mwana seremala atuokoe wenye dhambi wenye shida aliwaokoa na magonjwa aliyaponya maadui wote aliwabariki ndivyo Yesu alivyoishi ndiye Emanueli Mungu yuko nasi tunapopambana Yesu ni ngome yetu ndiye Emanueli Mungu yuko nasi tunapopambana Yesu ni ngome yetu. Ilifika wakati wa shida, alibeba msalaba wake, taji ya miiba Yesu alivaa ili tupate okolewa. Ona sasa unalea dhambi kama unavyolea mtoto, unacheza cheza ndugu wasahau gharama ya hilo pendo lake. Ndiye Emanueli, Mungu yuko nasi tunapopambana. Yesu ni ngome yetu. Ndiye Emanueli, Mungu yuko nasi tunapopambana. Yesu ni ngome yetu. Yesu ni ngome yetu. Oh Yesu ni ngome yetu.
There you go. We take that breather. Yani watu wanalea dhambi kama vile wanalea mtoto. That's my favorite piece. Madam Director, we're taking that breather and we'll be right back. I don't know. Hiyo wimbo inasema Yesu ni mwadhani. I'd want to believe so, right? Kama mimi nasikia vizuri.
Yeah,
well,
true.
Ladies and gentlemen, karibuni.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you. Martha Kabuta, Vice Chair, Mount Kenya University.
Yeah.
Good to have you this morning.
Thank you.
And Tony Agutu, Student Leader, University of Nairobi.
Yes.
And lastly, our very own, I call him my very own because, well, it's not the first time that you have him on board a couple of times, and we're going to have him even more. Arnold Bazenge, Junior Leader, Daystar University.
Yes.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so we go straight to it. Just more than what do you make of that music? Now that we're in the era of Gengeton and we're headed to the festive season, oh, Merry Christmas, clearly. Father Christmas, the Mother Christmas.
Yeah.
If there's anything like Mother Christmas. What do you make of Genge music, Gengeton? You kind of gospel, like we'll have a couple of them being recorded at this festive season. We'll be dancing to these tunes, I mean, sincerely speaking, in your own capacity as youths. Not to this, or if you sort of feel like, yeah, there's need to this, then proceed. Because at the end of the day, we are looking at the morality of the youth. At the end of the day, we're looking at what is left of the youth in regards to, proper directing or proper growth for that matter. So yes, we're talking about the morality of youth, especially during the festive season. Gengetun. Najua mtaki kudis lakini disini tumswai tutemeka.
Kwa nini to this?
Okay, sawa. Hey, all right. Sawa,
Do you
support.
have anything bad to do with the Gengeton? I keep saying we pretend a lot and we listen to music from outside, which is worse than what we're having. Gengeton, I think, is our music now. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Tony?
First of all, I think these young people are actually doing what they're supposed to do. They're actually trying to bring all those talents. They are showing that they can actually do even gospel. So those fans who felt like once the season to come and make one you fusion your gospel, I think they are appealing to that audience. I think is a very creative move, and they will do their music with it.
I think in a way also creative move. I would agree to that, because then the biggest fear was actually not on the tone itself, was not on the mantra and theme of I don't know what word exactly to use on this, but I think the biggest question in regards to Gengeton was in the content, the wordings and all that. So this, in comparison to what we've had as form of Gengeton, do you suppose then the creativity is headed towards the right direction, Martha?
Okay, for me, I support fully the Gengeton, but also the gospel artists nowadays, they're taking very diverse direction, because what we are used to as gospel music is taking a wrong turn. I'm not saying that Gengeton is bad, it is okay. But now for the gospel artists, let's maintain professionalism that is supposed to be there. When we come to this other side of entertainment for the young guys, let it also be there.
We need to draw a line in regards to that. And sincerely, I don't know why you sort of feel like you're not in agreement to that, but I would want to say I agree with her, because then there's been a lot of confusion in as much as we're saying that we're trying to reach out to a certain, group and trying to entice them into Christianity and all that. Don't you think we're trying to overdo this in a way?
Yeah. To some extent we are doing that, and there is praise and worship. And I think I don't know if I can put this way. I think Gengeton is more of the instruments, it's more of the entertainment bit of it. But when you talk about gospel musician, these are people who now, they differentiate us from the world. And therefore they must have kind of content, and that's why we will demand more from them than the other side. And that's why we will criticize them more than anybody else. Because the moment you are into worship, you are separating us from sin. You're separating us from the worldly things. And therefore, you must be very careful. Do not get into gospel for the sake of money, for the sake of fame, because you will be disappointed, or you will go beyond what we require of you. And therefore, the gospel musician needs to decide what they want. Do they really want to worship and praise? Because we will demand a lot, we will criticize them, we will make sure they are above the Caesar's wife.
All right, it's true, because then I'm thinking, well, that very piece right there would get us questioning the people who sang it, and then we'd want to understand whether they're on the side of gospel or the secular world. And they would pass for probably both sects, and you'd not question in regards to them. So you then ask yourself, what is left of the society that is supposed to be guided with its very same piece that you produce? Let's listen into this other, Gengeton tone. I'll call it a tone, and then we'll be right back with more on the discussion. And I'd want to know what you people have in store for Christmas, what you've planned. Mmeng'ara masuti hapa mnajifanya kumindi wale wase, lakini nikiwakutana na nyinyi najua jioni it will be a whole different story. Yes, due to public demand, we're back with them in regards to matters fashion, by the way. We just went to hear their take on the festive season fashion, because it's equally key. This is also that time of the year yenye sasa watu wanaenda kubuy manguo, ku waste dough, and just trying to try these different types of course, attires and all that. So your type of festive season attire, hapo ndio sasa unatupa suti, unavaa kitenge ile ya
vitenge
ama namna gani?
Vitenge t-shirts. Unaweza tunaenda beach.
Yeah. By the way, this is also that type of travel. Yes, what do you make of this time, and especially when it comes to matters fashion?
Fashion, I think when we were growing up, zile zetu, we used to have one cloth that used to be
your favorite.
If you have it, it used to be the theme for the year.
Okay.
That used to finish the year. Right now I'm seeing there's a lot of exciting things, but I've seen the dominant one. Nimeona hii design nyingine ya flower. This is floral. Floral seems to be very.
Unataka try pia wewe. Hata President Uhuru ndo zake kwanza sasa. Nisema utamuona na mafloral namna hii.
I think the president is setting the pace for that. Floral seems to be
the in thing. So kila mtu at least try hiyo, especially for the men, by the way. Niko na producer wangu anapenda floral, which works so good with him, by the way.
It's a good one.
So you never go wrong with it. Sincerely, kitambo watu walikuwa wanasema flowers is all about women, but yeah, it's a whole different affair. Martha?
Yeah, so it's so unfortunate that nowadays we are grown up. Christmas.
I know it's not like those days. True.
Like kitambo, if maybe during this festive season, kama ungenunuliwa nguo na mzazi, you could feel so bad. But nowadays I can just buy clothes anytime. I can just wear anything. So I don't see any big issue about the way you dress, but also we have to dress nicely. Don't expose too much for the ladies. Just be decent.
All you can. I think it reminds me of those days. Yani, kama ujibaiwa nguo ya Christmas, it's not Christmas. It's a dull moment for Christmas. I think it's still the same for the young tucks. They sort of always expect something. And when you speak about that, the flows that we do, especially at this particular time, and many a times you see someone wearing a Christmas tie in January. Is there anything wrong with that, sincerely? Because why should you buy a tie that you know Merry Christmas and hizo bells za Christmas, and you know you're limited? Huwezi ivaa ati mpaka uivae tu siku za Christmas. And is there anything funny about you know, sincerely, I'm saying this and I'm eyeing someone I know very well that when it's around hapo Christmas anakuanga na ako katai, and you would never see them with it any other time of the year. I mean, what is wrong in wearing a tie that is Christmas, or a coat that, you know, sort of has the Christmas bells on it or the Christmas tree on it any other time?
It's a festive season. Can you imagine if you wear a gown on a daily basis?
Christmas gown, I mean, okay, well, any
wedding
gown. Okay.
Wedding gown.
All right.
You get it?
Yes.
So we put some attachment to different fashion. And I can tell you, when you go to Costa, I don't know, when you come to Nairobi, it's funny that when you see our ladies, you know, dressed in mini and so on, we will complain a lot. But because when you go to Coast,
it is
for the holiday,
ni micro mini.
It's not even micro. It's not even micro. Tunatembea tu baba na mama. You get it?
It's true, by the way.
Don't complain.
We don't complain at all.
Don't complain.
Sincerely, yeah.
And then when we get to town,
it's
something
bad. But why is it so, sincerely?
According to the occasion.
Okay, according to the weather.
Yeah. I cannot compare a person in if I was in Coast, I could not wear this.
dressing.
But also, you just imagine.
Also the weather. The weather is also contributes.
Nairobi wearing a booty short. You know, everyone will be like, everyone will stop the business they're taking.
Look at you as though
until now.
Why not in Coast? Because even when you're in Coast,
you can still have
whatever.
Decent clothes, sindio? Hata kama uko Coast kwa sababu ya jua. Let us be honest, sincerely.
I think Linda, one thing that we must also not, even as we look at the aspect of fashion, we must not reduce the entire festive season strictly on dressing.
Right.
Because you know, festivity has a lot in play. Okay, chakula iko ndani, just visiting a place is inside, spending time with family is inside. So let it not be that when somebody doesn't have that good coat that you wanted, now you destroy the entire festive season. This thing is now yende.
There's a time I was walking somewhere in Nairobi. Okay, I think nilipita kama like leo na jana the same place. It's just a coincidence. Sometimes kwa wiki unajikuta umeenda the same place doing some 2-3 things. So like the previous day I had passed via that very same spot. You know, kuna kuanga na wale wanakuanga tu hapo standby. I had a very long dress, like, you know, a nice, decent, stylish dress. nilipita hapo, nobody dared said anything, hata hawakuniambia hata compliment hata nini and everything. That is okay, ikapita. So the next day nikapita na kanguo tena slightly kafupi, and they were like, oh, hey, madam, hiyo then by the way I got the guts to stand, nikasema, do you know nilipita hapa jana with a different dress, ilikuwa refu. Mbona hata hamku appreciate your dress? Sasa sasa nimepita na kafupi, ndio mnaona nimevaa nguo fupi. Now that's the thing. So that kama mwenyewe inamaanisha ni smart.
That day.
No. Ni wale unaojuanga wale wanavanga floaters, hiyo team yenye hakuna vile wanaweza kuwa busy, lazima walikuona.
Crocs.
It's like the Crocs.
You know, maybe we were thinking about a lot of things we were under pressure. But you see, we will appreciate when you know, we are visual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so okay. Yeah. So that means kama ilikuwa fupi ilikuwa attractive.
Yeah.
Kama ilikuwa refu ilikuwa
Not
attractive.
not generally.
Watu wa complain hata wako wanasema ati ilikuwa attractive. Walikuwa wanacomplain, "Sema madam hiyo ni fupi, si ni fupi sana hiyo madam." And then you wonder why. But all the same, yes, like Tony says, I think we should not reduce this to clothing, to whatever it is that you eat and everything. I mean, a balance, a cocktail of everything is good enough.
Yeah.
All right, and on that note, we are not specialists on matters fashion, so we'll not delve deep into it. But as long as something makes you comfortable, I think that is what is supposed to be dressed.
Yeah.
Well, in as much as he's looking at me as though, you know, he's trying to tell me that, yeah, be cautious of what the feelings of the society will be like. So yes, it makes you comfortable, should make the rest of the people around you comfortable, and we are home and dry. We're on air. Happy birthday, Martha, once more. This is the only gift I can give. Yes, courtesy of Crystal Singers. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Martha. Happy birthday to you.
I'll make sure you get this clip. Have you ever gotten such a beautiful president? Tangu uzaliwe kusema ukweli, Martha. Wacha tuchukue orders. There you go. And I have to say thank you so much, everyone who's made this show a success. We're just in about 5 minutes, we'll be winding up this. But not before we get to entertain you, because, well, ultimately this is all about you back at home. We say asante sana for keeping us company right from the word go. My name is Linda Alela. Yes, Martha, Tony, Arnold. I'm always tempted to call you Matiangi. And then lastly, yes, the choral, I mean, Crystal Singers, yes. For reasons better known to me. Crystal Singers at large. Niliambia siwezi kumbuka jina zao. You're great having you. And there's like a beautiful girl, amewajoin. We are a group by force. Wacha tusikie kama atawaangusha ama ataivisha. So we'll leave you with a very nice piece on Martha's Christmas. We'll join into, of course, the beautiful voices, and we call it a day. Thank you so much. Once again, Merry Christmas to you people. Go.
Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
malizia tu hivyo. When we were just starting. Really? I'm doing your let's just be honest. Hata kuna watu hapa wajui. Kuna hapo mimi najua hizo words zote. Sasa ndio tunaanza alafu mnamaliza hivyo. Rewind. Hakuna ingine tuingie ingine random. Itabidi kwa sababu time ijaisha ndio tunaanza kuimba mnamaliza surely.
So we do any song.
Any song ya Christmas yenye hao wanajua. Unao wamekula kula mdomo hapo. Tukimaliza sasa. One very one. Wacha tumalize.
Matenge anajua kuimba.
All right, there we go. The last one as we go. Hata kama ni I wanna wish you a whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, hiyo tunajua. Go.
No, we want to start, huh?
Yes.
No, it is like we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
So, but then, just sing, we'll harmonize.
Oh, all right, sawa. Yeah, all right, we go. Go.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
1, 2, go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's a wrap. See you again next time. It was good having you all. Asanteni sana and back at home, asante sana. That's where we get to the end of the show.